Hey, peace and blessings, families. Brother Mike X. Welcome to another clip from my YouTube channel, Brother Mike X Speaks. Tonight, man, I'm real excited because, I'm here, with my brother, Ken for Prez.
You know it.
You know what I mean? And, those of you who live in the Bronx, New York City, man, particularly the North Bronx area, y'all will remember a cable show that we had running for a good 8 strong years called We Can Get Along TV. And, it was run through Cablevision, the local BronxNet studios in the Bronx. And we kind of, the show fizzled out, due to like technological changes and, lack of support, from the from the studio itself, man. Like right before the Obama presidency, the campaign, even really before the campaign really got into full swing, man. And it really hurt me for many years that our show, left the air, and for the first couple of years, brothers was running up like, yo, what happened to the show? That was my joy and all of that, Yo, brother, what you remember about them times, man?
Yeah, it was a good run. We had about an 8-year run. Did a lot of things, met a lot of people. Just time. It was very time consuming. It took a lot of energy and effort. And during the process, kids growing up, venturing life in general. So plate became kind of full. So we was able to keep the commitment going. But work didn't stop. It's just we continue to keep working in the communities and in the neighborhoods. So we just, we kept moving forward, kept pressing through. So, we here today at a brand new park, which had started a movement and We Could Get Along. We had the We Could Get Along Park, which was refurbished, which is located here in Edenwald Houses. And we just, we had got some grant money through local politicians and city council. We was able to refurbish a park. So we here today, Brother Mike on pan on it. Check it out so you can see how it look,
Yeah, we out here, family. Shout out to brother Ray Sean Rose, man. He was definitely a strong partner with brother Ken, and they for many years they was out here striving to create opportunities and during the summer for the young people to be creatively engaged, man. They had a tournament called We Can Get Along, and they would basically be out here by themselves, brother Ken and brother Ray doing their thing. And I really deeply admired the dedication, the consistency that the brothers was displaying. And so as I became more community active and politically aware, I definitely had to join on, with these brothers. And, brother Ken, basically took a course to learn how to produce a cable show. A lot of the, through Cablevision, they have public access opportunities for people to go through their training and to create their own shows, whatever kind of show you want to create. Yeah. It could be about music, it could be about, whatever, and brother Ken wanted to do a show, really talking about issues of social, political, cultural, spiritual uplift. You know what I mean? So we definitely got together and we was on for a number of years. And it's crazy because now social media gives us an opportunity to where we don't need all of the crazy
cameras,
lights, the tape, the high 8, everything is digital.
Guerrilla theater style. You just come outside, just shoot it, grab your phone, make it happen, shoot it right on the scene, right here in the neighborhood. This is what we doing, we out here with the kids, reminiscing of how it was when I grew up, coming out here after school. And I'm just delighted that the kids in the community got an opportunity, have somewhere to play. It's nice and clean. It's a safe haven. As much as keep it as safe as we can. And every night you come through here, it's packed, man. And you know, I just get a good feeling by that. You know, that I was able to do something, you know, in my community. You know, and that's what it's about. It's about, you know, giving back, doing something in your neighborhood, giving the young people in the community an opportunity, man. So that's what it's all about. And that's where We Could Get Along TV started right here. Right here in this park, you know. So, you know, We Could Get Along Sports was a branch off and a spin-off of We Could Get Along TV. And like I said, you know, when we started We Could Get Along TV, you know, Barack Obama was thinking about running for the candidacy. So I took the nickname, you know, with the TV show as Camp for Prez, and, you know, just ran with it. But, you know, like me and the brother Mike was talking before, you know, we started filming, we were saying how, you know, how things was before Barack Obama actually got in office, that we were so united as a people. But now, 8 years later, as he's about to leave out of his second term, we're more divided than ever. Like, one of the things that I've been concentrating, trying to really think on, you know, what's going to happen when we see our first black president leave the office. You know, that's something like, that's going to be something that we really got to deal with, you know. Everybody's talking about, you know, who's going to win the next election, but to actually see the first black family leave the White House, that's going to be something like, you know, how we going to deal with that, family? You know, that's something that we really then talk about preparing ourselves for, you know.
Yeah.
So that's something that, you know, what you think, brother?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, like we was talking about before we started shooting, you know, yesterday, you know, was Nas' birthday, right? So September 14th, you know, shout out to Nas.
Virgos in the house.
So I was watching his, you know, they was playing all of his major videos. So they came up to you know, they did all of his major videos, then they started doing the collaborations. So they showed that video that he did with Young Jeezy, when he was talking about our president's black, you know, so and so and so, and they was like, you know, really celebrating a lot of fanfare that Barack Obama, you know, the first black president, you know, had been elected. And I was just thinking like, wow, man, you know, remembering like, whoa, it's been 8 years that fast. And when he first got elected, man, a lot of people was talking about how racism is dead and, you know, we're in a post-racialist society now and what have you. And now 8 years later, it seems like in many ways, the first black presidency helped to uncover, you know, how much of a lie that was, man, that racism is dead. Like, racism is alive and well in America. And you know, the ultimate level of disrespect that was shown to Barack Obama, you know, as the president. You know, they said, you know, a record amount of death threats, you know, for the presidency came forth through, you know, as Barack being the president. Michelle Obama, man, they called her a monkey and a chimpanzee, and, you know, I don't even think she's a woman. You know, all of these types of things were said about the, you know, the first family, the so-called first family of the country, you know, and even Congress and the Senate. You know, as the debt crisis that America is in became more and more pronounced, they showed and proved that they was willing to let the country just fall off the so-called fiscal cliff if it meant cooperating with a black president. That's how deep the racism was. You know, we'll let the country, man, drive off the cliff, man, just so we won't cooperate with and legitimize from their mindset, you know, the fact that this black man is the president, man. So, yeah, so like brother said, you know, as we're going into this new election, you know, with Donald Trump being the front runner for the Republicans and Hillary Clinton being the front runner for the Democrats, man, we're more divided than ever. And a lot of people focus on Donald Trump as you know, as if he's the one creating all of the racism. He might be stirring it up and helping it to be uncovered. You know what I mean? But you got to remember that there's millions of people who agree with Donald Trump and what he's saying. So don't just focus on him. Yes. Focus on the fact that there's millions of people who agree with him. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, you know, and also, you know, we at a turning point in the society. You know, we have the silent protests going on. And basically, you know, this is something that's not new, especially in the communities something like right here, you know, and we gotta support these brothers, you know, because they're standing for something, you know. Because a lot of times in the hood, you know, a lot of dudes don't stand for anything, and they fall for anything. So when we have people that are standing for something that's symbolic, you know, we need to definitely support them, man.
You talking about Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah. It's definitely a high conscious level going on. But even people to even be thinking about these things right now, you know, because you know it's like, you know, when you start doing things in the community, and you just like you the only one doing it. You know, you the only one that's seeing that, you know, something needs to change. You know, that we need to get along somehow and stop killing one another. You know, so when we start standing together and we united together, we start to have to make change. It's not that we hate any other racial group. It's just that we love our people, man.
No doubt.
So we definitely got to support one another, man.
No doubt.
And do more things. I'm looking to do bigger and even more things than this, you know. Is, you know, whatever's in my power or is in the spectrum of my ability to do things for my neighborhood, you know, I'm all in, you know. So I definitely got some things on the agenda I'm working with. I'm constantly in contact with other people trying to do things for my community. And you know, this is just the beginning, man. You know, I'm just scratching the surface right now. So I'm looking to do a lot more things, you know. Definitely, and definitely appear more on Mike X Speaks, you know.
Already.
What's up, you know?
Already. You know, yo, family, you know, just to you know, to add on to what brother was just talking about, as far as a lot of our athletes, you know, particularly Colin Kaepernick right now, and now other athletes. You know, what was the name of that brother from Denver again, bro?
Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall. You know, the brother David Banner, you know, who, if you're following, he's not just a rapper or actor anymore. He's like a you know, a black activist, you know. He tweeted something today or yesterday, I don't know, but it came across my Facebook screen earlier, a tweet that he put out. And he put out that, you know, white supremacy, you know, the system of white supremacy has a reward, you know, for white people and for you know, black people who choose to sell out, you know. You know, it has a reward for them. But he said, what about, you know, the brothers who stand on conscience and they stand up for the community? He said, do we come together, you know, and reward them for taking the risk, taking the stand, taking the risk that they take? You know what I mean? Colin Kaepernick, man, they're burning his jersey. You know, you best believe that there's probably death threats, you know, being leveled at him. He's running the risk of probably not even being picked up after his contract expires. You know, the brother Brandon Marshall, he's already lost 2 endorsement deals, you know, that he had on the table because of his not standing up for the national anthem. So what do? You know, are we prepared to begin to support these brothers in a concrete way? Are we prepared to use the power of our votes, the power of our dollars, to begin to boycott the companies, you know what I mean, maybe, that drop these brothers because they take the stances that they take? Because if we don't support these brothers, then that sends a message to other people who might have been thinking about taking the same stance, and seeing that we don't support Colin Kaepernick, seeing that we don't support Brandon Marshall, and they say, yo, man, I'm not taking that risk, man, for the community, and the community don't even rise up and support us. You know what I mean? How you feel about that, bro?
First of all, man, you know, like throughout the hiatus of not being on TV, and what I want to say, man, out there to everybody that's checking this out, yo, don't underestimate the power of prayer. First and foremost, man, because with prayer you're going to get through a lot of different things, man. You know, even through challenging times, you know, and those challenging times is definitely going to come. And second, you know, like I said, man, we got to support our people, man, you know, because they don't have any direction. It's just like that boat without a rudder. You know, if you don't guide that boat in the right direction, man, they're just gonna be out there drifting through life, man. You know, so we gotta support our people, man. You know, and they gotta have some type of structure in place, and we definitely have to continue to be active, man. We can't just sit around and complain and point fingers that nothing is working, man.
That's right.
If you're not getting in the game, man, it's that saying, what they say, you know, people pay attention to people who participate. If you ain't participating, man, you know, ain't nobody paying attention to you. So start participating so people can pay attention to you and get in the game, man.
No doubt,
You know?
no doubt.
Word.
No doubt. Dr. King said, at the end of the day, we're not going to remember what our enemies said. We're going to remember the silence of our so-called friends. You know what I mean? Wow. So each of us has a role to play. You know, each of us, you know, to the level of our understanding. And that is, first and foremost, we have to begin to focus on black love. You know what I mean? And exemplifying black love. You know, and what does black love actually look like? You know, black love means, you know, and it looks like us taking a stronger concern of our physical health. You know what I mean? And stop eating the wrong foods. You know what I mean? Start shutting down some of these so-called, you know, businesses in our neighborhoods, man, that's selling us the wrong foods, man. You know what I mean? You know, and start opening up our own businesses, man. Yes. You know, taking better care of our bodies, using our consumer dollars, man, to support businesses that support us. Yes. You know what I mean? Beginning to do the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, man. Learning, you know, just learning. Yeah. You know, knowledge is power. You know, it's potential power. You know, knowing is half the battle, as they say. Yeah. When you know better, you do better.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we got to start learning how to love ourselves. And when we can love ourselves, then we can love our brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's what we need to show in these communities, even more so than us marching and protesting, you know, for better treatment outside of the family. We need to be able to show ourselves and show them that we know how to love and care for our own selves.
Yes.
You know, and it's a new day for us. Yes. You know, the way we, you know, respond and work with one another, it's a new day. So if we're showing that we love one another, you know, and we're standing with one another, you know what I mean, then it's going to make them take us more seriously. That's going to be the outgrowth for that. Yeah. But let us learn how to put ourselves first in these neighborhoods. Because like when I look at all of these young babies out here, man, playing ball, it's like, yo, I'm glad that they out here getting along with one another. Yes. But I also feel the call as an adult, yes, you know, that we got to do better, yes, you know, to show them how to be politically strong, to show them how to be economically strong, to show them on a social level that we can come together in peace. We yes, can indeed get along. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hit that, bro.
No doubt, man. That's what it was all about, man, you know. It was all about getting along, man. I think back like in 1992, man. I mean, it was like so many murders in my neighborhood, man. It was ridiculous, man. You know, losing classmates and stuff like that. I mean, it was just like to the breaking point, man. It's like, yo, something got to change, man. You know, and you know, just took the bull by the horns and ran with it, man. And you know, we just gotta, you know, we gotta stay consistent and stay with it, family. You know, we got to get along with one another. We got to make things happen. We got to stay busy, man. You know, and Brother Mike X, man, we definitely want to keep supporting him, man, because he's been doing his things. He's been staying with it, you know. And, you know, it's a new day. It's a new day, man. I'm optimistic, man. I'm motivated. I'm happy what's going to happen in the future, you know. So, you know, you just let them know what's going on, man. I'm the guest today, man, you know.
All right. Yo, we getting ready to close out, man. But we would be remiss if we didn't shout out the place that we're at right now. Yeah. Number one, first and foremost, man, to all of the old heads, you know, not only are we in Edenwald Projects, but we're in the turf.
The turf, baby.
You know what I mean?
That's where it originated, from the turf, man.
No doubt, no doubt. And that name, the turf, probably goes all the way back to the 70s, man.
The broken glass on the blacktop, man.
Word,
came
word.
a long way.
Yo, to shout out to all of those people, man, who came here and played here. Yeah. I spent a lot of nights out here, like we was talking about, breaking day, man.
Word. My mom used to call the cops, man, because the basketball be bouncing all night, telling them to get out the park, yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. So look, we in Edenwald Projects in the Northeast Bronx, and Edenwald is the third largest projects in New York City. There's like 2,038 or 41 apartments in Edenwald. Edenwald has maybe like upwards of 5,000 to maybe 7,000 residents here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it was my dream, you know, back in the day, and then, you know, I connected with Ken to see a united, organized Eden Wall, you know, that is socially cohesive, you know, and organized so that it can tap into its tremendous potential political power, its tremendous potential economic power.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people, when they think of the projects, they think of, you know, like, brother, you know, broken glass, you know, pissy elevators and all of that other stuff.
No, we ain't having that here, man.
You know, but yo, if we learn how to love one another and come together, you know, and organize ourselves socially so that we can tap into our tremendous political potential and economic potential, I'm telling you, man, yo, the projects could be, you know, the deciding factor in local political elections. It could be the deciding factor in putting pressure on local businesses, man, to contribute to the many needs of the community. You know, it shouldn't be where they're getting all of our money, man, and they take that basket full of money, you know, to another part of the town, like Malcolm said years ago. It should be where, yo, you got to contribute to the neighborhoods that's, you know, allowing you to stay in business, man. But in order for us to do that, we got to come together. You know, we got to stop being divided. We got to learn how to rebuild community and not just be neighbors anymore, man. So, you know, we're going to build more on that topic. You know what I mean? You know, pretty soon, you know, to let it be known, man, that there's tremendous power in these project developments, you know, if we learn how to love one another and come together the way we should. So having said that, man, I'm going to say long live W.C.G.A. TV. We can get along, man. It's my distinct pleasure to be building with this brother.
No doubt. Yo, peace and blessings to the family, man. Peace and blessings to the Eden Wall family, man. You know, I'm here, yo. I'm here.
Already.
Word.
Talk to you soon, my family. Peace and blessings.
Peace.